Well, hello y'all. How y'all are today? Oh, excuse me. This little video here is in response to one of my friends, Marc. His YouTube channel is Scouting Free from Germany. He just put out a video about what's going on in the community and people judging everybody with a wide brush and Christianity and Muslims and hating Muslims because of what's happening in Afghanistan. And I want to admit that I am guilty of a lot of what he said about judging people with a wide brush with just the actions of the few. And I am here to publicly say that although in the past I was a lot worse about this, and I am trying to change my opinions and the way I do things and the way I see things, but I have been guilty in the past of judging the whole situation based on just a part of it. Like, judging all blacks and calling them derogatory names on just a few, and gays, they got this gay marriage thing is a big thing right now in the news. And I'll be the first one to sit here and say, I am totally against gay marriage, but I am not against the reunion of two people. If they want to be together as life partners, hey, fine. That is fine with me. What you do behind closed doors is your business. It's no concern of mine. But don't trash what I believe in so you can have what you believe in. Now, I believe with all my heart, according to the church, gays are not born that way and all this kind of. No, I am no way, shape, and form either consider myself close to a Christian, because I don't believe half the crap that comes out of the damn Bible. And like Marc said, a lot of stuff, a lot of wars were made pertaining, saying that they're doing it for Christianity. And, if you really believed half the stuff the Bible preaches, you wouldn't even be fighting, much less killing people over it. So I was a churchgoer for many years. I'm not anymore. I don't even, if people ask me what I am, I'll say I'm spiritual. Because I accept any religion, whether it be Hinduism or Muslim or and yes, Marc was right. There's a lot of people that judge all Muslims just on a few. Like in Europe, Muslims will come into a town, they'll more or less take it over, and they'll march down the street. If you're not Muslim, man, you're an infidel, and kill the infidels. But them are the extremists. All Muslims, like Marc said, are not that way. But you let them get a foot in, and eventually, if you let it just go, let it go, let it go, eventually they'll take over. And then you've got problems. But I don't, as far as Muslims go, I have no problem. I don't know nothing about the Quran. I don't know nothing about their religion. But what I've been told and everything, like Marc said, what I've been told are only the bad parts of Muslims, not the good parts. I've talked to people that's been over there in Afghanistan, and they come back with some horrendous stories about them and read different things on YouTube about this and that. And so, like I said, I have been in the past guilty of judging people with a wide brush, like the gay community. Right after the decision, our government has decided for us what we can accept and what we should believe in. They said, oh yes, gay marriage is legal and you've got to accept it or else. You know, it's law now. Well, that's just kicking Christians in the face because that's something they're adamantly against. Now, as far as gay marriage goes, the way I look at it, and I have been told by gays, even before this even started, this has been years ago before this marriage thing even got started, the gays were upset because they were not entitled to the same laws and benefits that a married couple would get. Of course, straight people weren't either. But gays, you know, and they said that that's why they want to target marriage. For one, they wanted the same rights and privileges of a married couple, and the only way they could get them was to be married. And number two, it was a way of getting back to the Christian community for shunning them and, you know, saying, oh, they're sinning and they're doing this and they're doing that. And so they're killing two birds with one stone. Now, I'm not just saying this because I read it someplace. I have been told personally by gays, because I have many gay friends, as well as I've got many black friends. I have gays in my family. I have gay friends. I have mixed race, black and whites in my family. I have many black friends. And, you know, some people say I have double standards. Well, the way I look at it is, you know, I have many ways of looking at a situation. I don't just pick a certain part and you know, that's the whole deal, just by looking at a certain part of it. I used to be that way. You know, I didn't want to see nobody else's opinion. I didn't want to hear nobody else's opinion. And I have come to the conclusion that, you know, they wasn't wrong, I am, for looking at it that way. You can't judge a whole of something by just a part of it. And I was guilty about that, and to this day, that is something I have to work on. But I just want to say kudos to Mark. This is a video that needs to be put out there. We need to get along because our government and different groups, they're in the business of trying to push us apart instead of bringing us together like NAACP and all these places. They're trying to make friction to pull us apart instead of bringing us together and, you know, come to consensus of let's just get along. You know, despite our problems, despite our differences, you know, let's just sit down, talk this over, and let's get along. But no, they've got these groups that they make money because we are tearing us apart. If we was in solidarity and looking at things from one way, they wouldn't be in business, so they don't want us that way. So Mark, I appreciate your video, bud. It's helped, you know, watching your video has helped me in my decisions. I can see where I was wrong, a lot of things, and this is something I have been working towards for a long time, and you just kind of helped me along that path, and I appreciate it. So let's, let's try to get along with each other. Uh, People putting these things out about these gays in these gay marches, of gays hanging on crosses, and a gay man kissing a guy that looks like Jesus, and lesbians naked hanging on a cross kissing, and gay men walking down the street with leather things with their butts hanging out, and with the gay flag. Them are the extremists. Them are just a small portion of the gay community. Personally, if I was a gay person, I would be offended at that kind of tactic. I wouldn't be anywhere near them, because they are doing more harm in the gay community than they are good. But that being said, Mark, I appreciate your video, bud. I hope a lot of people listen to it. And you got my attention, and I appreciate it. Okay, y'all. That's all I got to say about the situation. You have a good day. Love y'all. Let's try to get along, okay?